So Morris Chestnut, interestingly, uh, turned down for the role in Jerry Maguire, which went to Cuba Gooding Jr. Ironically, the two buddies in the classic Boys in the Hood. Ricky Run! Remember? Talk about life's irony. Small world, ain't it? But is it really? So Morris Chestnut was up for that role. Now the reason why this comes up is because Morris Chestnut, if you look at his physique and his size and everything, he looked like a football player, obviously. And in the Best Man Holiday, football player for New York Giants. Remember, football roles. So this is kind of irony of it all, that this is how it happened. Asking me, could he have pulled that role off? No. I think Cuba was a bit more cheery and happy and show me the money and more, bubbly. Morris Chestnut doesn't really have that kind of rah-rah kind of personality. And I've never ever gotten that kind of vibe from them. They're two different actors. They hit in two different ways. So I think that yes, it did it did Cuba Gooding the big to win like how he did. But I don't think that that would necessarily been the kind of role that I think Morris Chestnut would have been able to pull off, because it would have required him to be a bit more, I don't know, animated. And they hit in two different ways. So sometimes you have to allow someone else that gets a role that maybe it hits it better. The trajectory hits better. It's so much politic involved. There's so much that goes on. We can only go by what we see and what is projected. But sometimes we see some people and we're saying, well, I don't know if we can see you in that light. And we don't know if that light would shine on you. So just saying. But that's kind of how it came out. But to find out that he lost that role, but he can't be really bitter about it. And the ironic thing is Morris Chestnut kept on doing his film career. So did Cuba, but Cuba, that was his peak in his prime. Best Man came out, and Cuba had good roles, but he never really hit his apex of winning that Oscar, which is why it's overrated and overstated. You can't depend on that trophy to make or break your career, because the truth of the matter is it's a token award. It really doesn't carry that kind of weight. Only you can make or break your career. It's not like you sit there and you think, oh, this award is going to make me into something that you're really not. So totality, or the morality of it all, is that it's really not as deep as it's made out to be. It didn't really bestow him into better roles. Of course, Morris Chestnut is more of a different actor, and he tends to play more of a seasoned kind of series, somewhat leading man. He never really got to capture all that, because the Hollywood, you know, they don't really push black leading men like that, especially the styling that he is.